Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Cornelio. I wanted to share with you what you're going to be doing for social studies this week. You are going to be reading this book called Coming to America, and your job is going to be to tell me what you learned from this book. Okay, so in your packet on page 165, you have this paper that says, this is what I learned in social studies. So you are going to have to tell me, what did you learn from social studies today? Another thing I learned, and I also learned. So 3 things that you learned in social studies today. And please also draw a picture for each, okay? So this is gonna be your work for social studies this week. Now what I'm gonna do, I am going to go ahead and play this book for you so that you can I am going to play this book for you so that you can hear it here, and then you can go ahead and do your social studies work. Here you go. Here is a book, Coming to America.
This week we'll be reading Coming to America, and you'll be sharing some important things that you've learned.
Sorry guys.
Moving to America. Has your family ever moved to a new place? You may have moved to a new city or state. Leaving home can be hard. It means going to a new school. It means making new friends. Imagine moving to a new country. People who leave their homes to live in a new country are called immigrants. There are many immigrants in America. They have come from different countries around the world. Why move? Immigrants leave their home countries for many reasons. Some move to America to get away from war. They want to live in a place where they are safe. Other immigrants want to get away from bad leaders. They come to America to be treated fairly. There are also immigrants who leave their home country because of their beliefs. They may get treated badly for what they believe, or they may not get to practice their religion. They come to America so they can have the freedom to believe what they want. Some immigrants leave because their home countries are too crowded. There are not enough jobs and homes for all the people who live there. So they come to America to find places to live and work. Many immigrants come to America looking for new opportunities. Opportunities are chances to do things and succeed. Immigrants may want a better life. Many immigrants think dreams can come true in America. All it takes is hard work. This idea is called the American dream. Making the move. Long ago, it was not easy to travel to America. Many immigrants came by ship. They had to sell everything they had to buy a ticket. Often they had to leave other family members and friends behind. The trip was not easy. It could take 1 to 2 weeks. Most immigrants traveled in steerage. This was where the people stayed who paid the lowest price for their tickets. It was very dirty and crowded. People often got sick. When the immigrants arrived in America, they could not wait to get off the ship. Long ago, ships that came from Europe went to Ellis Island. It was an immigration station in New York City. On their way to the station, the ships passed the Statue of Liberty. Some immigrants saw the statue and cheered. They were happy to be in America. At the station, each immigrant had to pass a medical exam. This means that their bodies were looked at closely. They had to be healthy before they could enter America. Immigrants who were sick had to stay at the station. Sometimes they were sent back home. Long ago, ships that came from Asia went to Angel Island. This was an immigration station too. Most of the immigrants at this station were Chinese. Immigrants were not treated well at Angel Island. They were sometimes kept there for weeks. They had to stay in small, dirty cells. The cells looked like zoo cages. The immigrants were given little food. They had medical exams too. They also had to answer questions about themselves. If they gave the wrong answers, they could be sent back home. Settling in. Being an immigrant is not always easy. Some immigrants may wear different clothes. They may eat different foods. Sometimes immigrants do not know how to speak English. Long ago, immigrants were not treated well. People would hurt them for the way they looked or spoke. Immigrants wanted to feel safe, so they started communities of their own. A community is a group of people with the same interests who live in the same area. This is how places like Little Italy and Chinatown formed. Some immigrants still face prejudice. Prejudice is treating people unfairly because they are part of a certain group. Some people do not like those who are different from them. They think everyone should look the same. They think everyone should act the same. They feel uneasy when people do not. These people may also feel afraid, or they may get angry. Sometimes they are not nice. They forget that immigrants are people just like them. Becoming a citizen. Some immigrants choose to become American citizens. Citizens are members of a country. They have rights. In America, citizens can vote for or choose their leaders. They can speak freely. They can have their own beliefs. To become a citizen, immigrants need to live in America for 5 years. Then they can take a test. They need to know American history. They also need to know about the government. And they need to know how to speak English. If they pass the test, they become citizens. Amazing immigrants. Many amazing Americans have been immigrants. Some of the best thinkers came from other countries. Albert Einstein was a smart scientist. He was born in Germany. He came up with new ideas about space and time. He became an American citizen in 1940. Have you ever worn Levi jeans? Did you know that an immigrant designed them? Levi Strauss was from Europe. He came to America in 1843. He was the first to make jeans. He made them for gold miners. Do you like sports? Many sports stars are immigrants. Albert Pujols is a famous baseball player. He is from the Dominican Republic. He came to America in 1996. He helped his team win the World Series in 2006. Many immigrants have helped make America better. Not all of them are famous. Kim Delavitte was born in Vietnam. She came to America in 1975. Today, she helps other immigrants feel proud of who they are and where they came from. She gives speeches about why it is important to remember your home country and traditions. An immigrant nation. Immigrants have given America many things. They have shared their traditions and beliefs. They have also shared their ideas and skills. Immigrants also bring diversity to America. Diversity means having many different types of people. Diversity makes our country stronger. It helps us see the world differently. We can taste foods from around the world. We can learn new ideas. In so many ways, immigrants have made America what it is today. List it. Imagine that your family is moving to another country. List 2 things you will miss the most about your home. List 2 things that excite you about your new country. And then we have the glossary that tells us some of the vocabulary words that we read about in this book, and our index to help us find more information in the book. So now you will complete the Coming to America activity for a social studies grade.
Okay, friends, so remember, go ahead and finish your social studies. Tell me 3 things that you learned from the book and turn it in. Bye.